welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Courtney. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll run play action. Finds his man. It's Courtney. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a third down situation, knowing exactly where the first down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Flanagan. Breaks into the open. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball is coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the Doak. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So Florida State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Let's see what they do on third down. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Leaves it with the back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the hot hand. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's going for it all. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And the Noles getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man covered.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
He'll pull it on the read. Ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Cavaliers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get into some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position there.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So
touchdown, Cavaliers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The give from the gun. Makes a man miss. At the 45 on his way. Hits the afterburners. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go. It's complete. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. The give to the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jacob. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Shakes off the defender. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dan.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker, it's McCoy. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
He'll take a deep shot here. Pulls it in inside the 10.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And I'm not surprised they went to him again. Hey, he's already had 2 rushing touchdowns. He's had some success and been physical. But how about the defense? Ready for him?
Touchdown, no! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's complete on the right side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to throw, it's Fafita. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On the ride. Going for the marker on the ground. They recovered their own fumble, but they'll still have to give up the football, a turnover on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll go to the ground. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Polk. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Flanagan. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Off off the play fake on first down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Lost to throw again. Got a man, it's Smith. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cavaliers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Still on his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ole Miss. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The inside handoff. Pass midfield, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Wants to throw. It's Fafita. Catch in the middle. It's Pittman. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to fire. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Florida State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And it's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
We get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Fafita. Gets it out quickly. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They're 3 for 4 on 4th down in this one, and they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Seminoles are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the returner goes down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Looking downfield, it's Chase. Buys a little time. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here already. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Cavaliers will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets it away from his own end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack looking for the end zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No special teams unit headed to the field again. They'll go for it for a seventh time. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Cavaliers. The defense putting points on the board.
Yeah, and how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. Dumps it to the back. Quickly complete.
Yeah, you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never gonna be a cornerback. That's not gonna happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated. Now I'm gonna go attack and make some plays.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. Brings it to the open. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to be...
Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw, it's Chase. Here comes the heat. Turning it on. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
The Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second, because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright, and the least amount of hits as possible.
Staring into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Power football with the run. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
To the air, it's Sperry. Caught over the middle, it's Odom. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Leaves it with the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he's loose, and he'll to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. I think we can just about blow the candles out on this one. It's all over.
No doubt, it's over. But you know what, Reese? These stats aren't over. They count for postseason awards, so I'm all for piling on the stats, running up the score, offense, get the stats.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and
hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Cavaliers will line it up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Use the play fake, down and throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Cavaliers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Chase. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
it's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball is in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Give to the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Noles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll go right back to him. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and